Quilters, welcome back to 100 blocks in 2025. We're going to make another Tula block today, and I'm wearing navy blue, so I'm feeling like we're going to make a blue block. So let's see what's up. All right, today we're going to be working out of Tula's 100 modern blocks again, block number 84 on page 187. So check out this block. So here Tula has a very interesting print, and then she has a secondary color, and she's framing her interesting print and then adding sort of like a log cabin, half a log cabin on the side. So I decided to do the same, and here's the layout of my block. I found this really cool print, blues, yellows, greens, all of that. So I went ahead and cut those pieces that I'm gonna need to do just that fun color. And that's gonna be one 2.5-inch square in the center, and then I'm gonna need some strips on the side. So let's start with the center square, that's 2.5 inches. Then I'm gonna need another color, and I chose this really brilliant blue. And we're gonna need 1.5-inch strips basically for the rest of this. So I need 1.5 inch by 2.5 inch, and I need 2 of those, which are gonna sew to either side of this center square. And then I'm gonna need a 1.5 by 4.5. I need 2 of those, which are gonna go on the top and the bottom, and that's gonna create this really cool square right here. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a strip of the decorative fabric to the side. And that strip's gonna be 1.5 by 4.5 inches, and one to the bottom, which is gonna be 1.5 by 5.5 inches. And then I'm gonna add my colored strip again, and I'm gonna need one strip that's 1.5 by 5.5, and the bottom strip, which is gonna be 1.5 by 6.5. So once you have all of your strips cut, we can start to sew. And again, we're gonna start by adding these 2 strips to the side of this square, and then adding the top and the bottom to make that frame. So now that we have our center piece framed, we're gonna go ahead and add that side. And as you can see, that fits perfectly. And once that's added, we can add this piece to the bottom. And then we're gonna just follow that step up by doing the same thing with the side and the bottom piece of this block, and then it'll all be done. Let's do that, come back, see how it looks. And once we get all the strips on together, we have a beautiful finished framed piece with an extra little side. I think this one turned out great. You like that blue and yellow? I love it. It's so bright and so fun. Now, if you like that block, stick around for the next block, because we're gonna double down just a little bit on our fussy cutting. I hope you're enjoying this. Keep making more blocks, and find me on the web at cabinquilters.com.